Justin with Landscaping Entrepreneur. Today is Saturday, November 3rd. I am headed to the shop to meet my manager, and then we're heading up to get a plow mounted. So this year we're getting 2 plows mounted to 2 trucks. They're 2 9-foot plows. We bought them used, which I'll get into. We have plowed in the past. About 5 years ago, we plowed residentially. At that time, we had old trucks, and in the springtime, they'd all be rusted out and broken and need repairs when we were trying to make money. We pissed off some customers for whatever reason. They didn't want us to do the landscaping. Also, my manager at the time didn't want to work in the winter. So pretty much we just pulled the plug, decided it just wasn't worth it, sold the plow and got out of it. And I swore that I would never plow again unless I had new vehicles. So fast forward, we got new vehicles a couple years ago. I considered it, I looked into it, but I kept having people that weren't committed or I didn't want to trust. Like last year's mechanic, I didn't want to count on him. This year, my new manager, I trust and count on him. That's all I really need is one person to run the show, and he wants to do it. So I already had everything lined up because, like I said, I've been looking into it and considering it, but we're going to plow for the state. So if we plow for the state, means we don't need any administrative help. No one's got to do the billing or customer service. We can still technically be shut down, except that we will do plowing for the state. The way the state works, at least for Rhode Island, is we get paid on an hourly basis based on our equipment. So the truck itself gets a certain hourly rate. The size of the plow gets a certain hourly rate. If you have a sander, the capacity of your sander gets an hourly rif Also, I was told both last year and this year that if you don't have a sander, you get called in a little bit less. So, if you have a sander, you're going to get called in whenever there's a dusting. If you have a plow, you're only going to get called in when there's like 4 to 6 inches of snow. We decided we'd still go that route because we just want to dip our toes in it, see how things go. If it turns out to be a good gig and, we see how things work and it would be beneficial to get a sander, maybe we'll do that next year. Also wanted to keep the overhead investment a little bit, as little as we could. On that note, the reason why we got the used plows is that if things don't work out and we hate it, we can get out of it and sell everything. And, if you buy something new, you obviously take a big hit. When you go to sell it after 1 year, if you buy something used, you can get probably the same price back that you bought it for, less the installation cost. So one thing I didn't consider is that our insurance will go up about $500 per truck when we plow for the season. So obviously that's going to be a cost. And then the cost to mount the plows is about $1,000. Obviously that's a cost we're not going to get back either. So our overall risk is about $1,500 per truck, $3,000 for 2 trucks. But I feel confident we'll make something, at least, pay back some of what we paid into buying the plows, which would be nice to have that winter income, keep the guys busy. They'll get paid cash, and still be able to collect. So that will be good for them as well for employee retention. So that's what we're doing for plowing. Let you guys know how it goes, and I'll catch you next time.